Hello, everybody. Hi, Acro. Hey, pal. I'm going to be quiet for just a second so you can hear this guy. He's got a giant purr. So, as you know, yesterday I told you guys I thought he was fine, and that was that yesterday? Was that just yesterday? I don't know when it was. Uh, I know that yesterday seemed like it was 1,000 years long. It was a very long day, and today's shaping up to be another one of those. So it is some day of the week, Tuesday, I think, the second, maybe. And Acro has been to the vet twice in the last 2 days, getting him checked out. We wanted to make sure that that little fall that we saw on the stream the other day didn't mean anything, just like I thought it didn't, except it seems that I thought wrong. It did mean a little something, not a big deal. So we checked him out. Yesterday, we took him to the vet, and what we found was that he's got a slightly elevated white blood cell count, probably no big deal, possibly a little pancreatitis causing that, and also that he has really elevated thyroid levels, which we knew we've been treating him for his thyroid condition every day. And I bring him in on the regular. This last checkup was February, just right back in February, not even that long ago, checking to make sure that those levels are good. So they were then, but they weren't yesterday. So we've upped his dosage of thyroid meds, and we're going to give him a couple weeks, and then we're going to maybe check him again and maybe even go up from there. So not a big deal. As far as the leg goes, it's still pretty weak. He doesn't want to put any weight on it, um, or can't. I don't know. But but DJ was talking to me about it. DJ thinks that that is entirely due to his thyroid and it'll clear right up, and that's what the doctor seems to suggest as well. And then DJ also added the fact that she has noticed that going on for quite a while, where to me it was kind of news. So I hadn't noticed it, but she had, and she was keeping an eye on it the whole time. So that's good news that DJ apparently had that covered, and that it's not such a concern. Anyway, that's basically the update for him. He's doing fine. He's probably not going to get up to his spot on the counter, Buffy, but I will tell you that last night, or I should say this morning, he spent all night in the spa with me, which is where we are now in the spa, which I know we don't get to see too often. And I've got him all set up in here with his own food and his own water, and he's been eating a ton. The leg, it looks really bad when he's on the wood floor because it slides out from under him like you just saw. But you can also see he can move it just fine. It's not causing him any pain or anything. So he's in good shape. Um, anyway, he's all set up in here with everything that he needs. He spent the night in here last night with me. And the thing I was going to say is that he may not be able to get up to the counter, but this morning he jumped up onto the bed. Well, almost all the way. He had to pull himself up the last bit, which was funny because we have stairs here specifically to make it easy for cats and kittens to get in and out of the bed. And he just skipped the stairs. He's like, nope, I'm jumping for it. And he did pretty good, actually. So that's cool. Okay, he's going to go hang out under the bed now. That's fine. So we may as well move on and see the other cats. But there you have it. Oh, this is that. I used our old, this was a wood holder for our fireplace when we had the wood fireplace, and I was just about to throw it away. It's been in the garage waiting for me to throw it away. And at the last minute, I realized this thing is really solid and would make an excellent, just exactly the right size to put a cat hammock in. So I did, and Loganberry and the gifts, Gabby's kittens, all love to use this thing. I haven't seen anybody else in it, but Loganberry's in it all the time, and the gifts are in it all the time. So it turned out it's pretty cool. Big hit. You know, you guys don't get to see what's in here too often, so I thought I'd show you that. Anyway, I do read the comments, Quincy. I just don't get a chance to read them all or respond to them all. Um, and let's see, what was I saying? I guess I was saying that Acro is doing great, and we're keeping a good close eye on him. And I think he's going to be just fine. DJ thinks he's going to be just fine. I know it's a little hard to watch him sliding around with that leg, boy. But there's every reason to think he's going to be just fine. Look, she brought her bee to us. This is her favorite thing right now because she doesn't have any of the mice. She has the bee right now, and she loves it. You brought that to us, didn't you, Meg? You want me to throw it? What are you going to do if I throw it? You're laying on your back. How are you going to get it? There you go. That's a little better. Oops, I didn't throw it very far. I hit the wall. Let me try it again, Maggie? Okay, she's like, yes, please. Okay, Maggie, here we go. You ready? That was a better throw, a little better. So floofy. All right, well, let's drop in now on our mom cat, Bebop, right in her room. What'd you say? What are you trying to tell me, Bebop? What? What is it? You got something you want to say, huh? Yes, D. That's a good point. The log holder is now a loganberry holder. I think she's a little extra chatty right now because I didn't get to spend any time with her this morning. Usually I make my coffee, and at the very least I sit up here while I'm having my coffee and I take her weight and all that stuff. But I was in such a rush this morning to get Gab to the vet. And then as soon as I got back from having Gab at the vet, that's, I guess, the other thing I meant to tell you, which I did mention briefly, but I, where was I? Gab, vet. Yes. Okay. So after I got back from taking Gab to the vet, which was planned for her spay, while I was at the vet, I was talking to Dr. Katz, and Dr. Katz said that she was thinking about Acro, and she thought of a couple of other things that she wanted to try and check out, and just to make sure, stuff that maybe she didn't think of yesterday that she was considering, and thought if I could bring him back in to check those things, it would be cool. So she wanted to sort of eliminate the possibility that it could be anything cardiac related. And so I came home and I picked him up and I brought him right back in, and she checked those things out, and she's basically eliminated that. So she feels really good about it. She's like, this is not cardiac related. It's almost certainly just the thyroid, no big deal. And she sent him back home. So that was that. So what I did want to say about that, though, that was kind of cool, is she was so proud this morning when I dropped off Gab and we were chatting. She's like, I've got to tell you something that happened. And it's Kitten Academy related. And I thought, oh no, what has possibly happened that the vet would want to tell me about Kitten Academy? I have no idea. But she said that someone had their vet call her for a consult because they had heard about her on Kitten Academy. Somebody that's not even in the state had their vet call her for a consult on whatever was going on with their cat, and she was just so proud of the fact that she had somebody, a vet calling her from somewhere else completely. And Dr. Katz said that vet that called her seemed to like her advice and said that he would consult with her again. So she was just really proud of herself and happy. And whoever it was that asked their vet to call her for a consult, that was kind of cute that she got a kick out of it. Not that I would encourage everybody to do that. She would probably get overwhelmed. She is just one person, so don't do that necessarily. But I wanted to share with you just how really, she just couldn't wait to tell me about it because she was so excited. I guess it was very cute. Anyway, so. Yes, so here we are with Bebop, and I took Bebop's weight today. Her weight is up again, very well. She's doing great. She seems like she's in good shape. I didn't open her window at all yesterday, and I think her sneezing is down. So to me, it really feels like the sneezing was just allergies. Although I haven't spent a lot of time with her today. I do think that do think that was what was going on. So we're probably going to try to keep her window closed for a while, even though she really likes to look out the open window. I think we should give it a little bit of time. So that's all right. There'll be nice weather after she's delivered her kittens, and she's got time for that later on. Anyway, it's hard to say when she's going to deliver. I still haven't noticed any milk, so I haven't checked this morning, but I checked last night, and I didn't see any milk there. Again, that's not a perfect indicator. We've certainly had some mom cats that have delivered when I haven't seen any milk, but it's a pretty good one. Most of them will start producing at least a day or so before they're kittens. Most, not all. I did weigh her this morning, me here, and her weight was good. It was up, I don't know, something like 0.15 or 0.2 pounds, somewhere in between there. And so I was really happy about that. And as I was telling her this morning, if she keeps gaining that much weight and she goes maybe 4 or 5 more days gaining that much weight, it would be perfect. I'd really like to see her get up to 9.5 pounds before she delivers. That would it would be nice. Not necessary though. If the delivery comes sooner, I'm sure that the kittens will be perfectly healthy. Oh, she's licking my finger. That's a new one. That's very sweet. Oh, yeah, I know you want some extra attention. I know. For some reason, she's always got to rub herself on the power cord, too. I don't know why that's the thing. All right, then. That's fine. I did see Sandy just gave us the Brooke update in the chat here on the YouTube, and she says that Brooke is doing well, and that is also good news. So I'm basically voting, or hoping I should say, it's not a vote, I don't get a vote. I'm hoping that it's another 4 or 5 days before Bebop delivers and that she continues to gain weight at the same rate. I think that would make for some perfectly sized kittens. But I could be wrong too. This is not rocket surgery. So, if she delivers today, I'm sure they'll be perfectly healthy as well. Although I really have my fingers crossed not today because I'm hoping to get a chance to run to the grocery store before I run back out to pick up Gab from her spay. And that's a lot of being out of the house for having a cat that could deliver kittens any minute. But rest assured, I am keeping a close eye on things even when I am out of the house. And I'm never more than 30 minutes away at the most, which is probably enough time to get here if we start seeing contraptions. We'll see. So, let's head downstairs and see Gabby's kids, the gifts, and I'll tell you about Gabby. Not that there's much to tell. Let's see if we can get. Oh, wanted to get video of you drinking with your little tongue out. I think she's suspicious of what I'm doing with the camera. What? What am I doing? She has such pretty eyes that have just a little bit of green right around the pupil. I'm gonna have to get some good pictures of it later on so you guys can really see that. Speaking of good pictures, I know I've mentioned a few times that I have been wanting a new camera, and I know that this is not directly related. It's kind of related because the only thing I use the camera for really is Kitten Academy. Almost the only thing. Anyway, I've been trying to convince myself that I can justify getting the new camera, and it went on sale yesterday morning. I'm telling you, yesterday was a crazy day because I woke up and before I even got out of bed, the first thing I saw was my phone. I put on hi, Maggie just ran up the stairs and dropped her bee. I put a price watch on the camera, and the very first thing in the morning is my phone telling me the camera's on sale. It went on sale yesterday. It was a steep discount too, very big discount. So I was like, all right, that's it. I can't, that's the sign. So before I even got out of bed, I had some really good news, and I went ahead and ordered it before I even got up. And then the whole rest of the day was, I don't know, that was kind of the high point. So then, we're taking Acro to the vet and keeping an eye on Bebop and just everything. It was a heck of a day. But yeah, that was a bright spot in my week. I'm excited for that to come eventually, and I hope that it makes for some even better photos and videos for all of you. I'm very excited about it. I also have been thinking a whole lot about getting all the videos that I have together and doing some sort of compilation videos. I used to do those all the time, um, and I haven't done any lately. But boy, I think it would be a good idea to get back into that habit because we can have some real pretty video, and you don't have to listen to me talk while you watch the kittens. But it is a little more work for me. All these kittens are under me. These kids are so excited right now. They probably want to come out and play and run around. I don't think they miss their mom yet. So that's Gab as their mom, and she went to the vet today for her spay. And my plan right now is I'm going to have Acro in the spa all morning. And then when Gabby comes home this afternoon, I am going to take Acro out of the spa. Now, if Acro seems like he's doing well enough, I will let him run around the house like he's been doing, and that should be fine. I only had him in the spa so I could keep a close eye on his poops and make sure that they were good, and they are. He's eating a ton and he's doing everything else normally, so pretty normally. So I'm not worried about that, and I really don't have to keep an eye on him. Uh, or if I feel for any reason that he should still kind of be isolated, like I want to continue to keep an eye on his poops, then I will probably put him in the guest bedroom because he's pretty fine all on his own. And that guest bedroom where Brooke was closes off real easy and is comfy and gets some good sun and it's all the stuff. So I may put Acro there, but one way or another, I'm almost positive that Gabby's going to have to spend the night in the spa with me because I've got to keep an eye on her, make sure that she's not going to mess with her stitches, and see how she's recovering from the surgery. And maybe most importantly, keep her away from her kittens for the night so that they don't try to nurse on her tonight. Now, everybody pointed out that we've had plenty of mom cats that continue to nurse their kittens after their spay. And in fact, I think it was Belle that just was that way too, that was doing that. Um, it's not a big deal, but I don't want him to do it the first night. We at least need to have that much time off for her. So I think tonight the kittens are probably gonna stay down here and she's probably gonna come up to the spa. As tempting as it is to do it the other way around so I get cute kittens. I think that's the way we're gonna go. All right. Well, yeah, I see, I don't see the whole conversation there, but mom cats definitely can continue to produce milk even after they're spayed as long as they continue to nurse. And if they stop, they probably won't ever start again. But as long as they haven't stopped, then they can usually just keep right on going. Um, that said, I don't think that she's producing very much. I don't think Gabby is producing very much milk at this point. The kids just continue to nurse, I think mostly for comfort. So I don't think that it's too much. But they certainly do a little. All right. What else do I have to tell you guys that's newsworthy? Not too much I can think of. I'll recap for folks that are coming in late. I know some folks missed the beginning where I was talking about Acro. So to put it briefly, the other day when we saw Acro stumble, it turns out that there is something going on and nobody thinks that it's anything very serious. We've had him to the vet twice, and the bottom line, without getting into the detail all over again, is that it's probably related to his thyroid or maybe a tiny bit of pancreatitis, and we're treating for both of those things, and we expect it'll clear up real fast. We're keeping an eye on it all. Then Gabby's at the vet today getting her spay. Gabby's going to be adopted on the 14th. And these kids are going in for their second vaccine, and then we will figure out on that day when we're going to do the final vaccine and their spay, and that's going to happen on the 8th. So we're going to go in on the 8th, and then we'll figure out the rest of their schedule from there. I think that's everything that's important. Yeah, for anybody that came in really late, there was, I mentioned about Bebop, that Bebop, we still don't know when she's going to have her kittens. It could be today, it could be another week. And that I was hoping, based on her incredible, great weight gain, she's eating very well and she's gaining weight very well. I would like to see her gain like another 3/4 of a pound, which is probably going to take her another 5 days at the rate she's going. So, for my part, I would sure like to see her take another 5 days to deliver her kittens. But if she does it sooner, I'm sure that they are going to be fine. Again, I don't have any real science behind the number that I've set for her, but it's just sort of a back of the napkin math where I thought, okay, that makes sense to me is the right number to aim for. So we'll see. We'll see whether she does that or not. Ricky, these guys did have the tissue pit the other day, and they were really enjoying it. And I'm probably going to go for a second tissue pit for them. I've recorded the first for the second one, and that is also something I'd like to put together into a video. That's kind of what I was talking about. In fact, I still have video footage of the last class and their tissue pit that I think that I can put on all together into one big tissue pit video. The trick is, the last class didn't really like the tissue pit that much. They were not completely all in on it. So it'll be cool if I can combine it with the footage of these guys who were pretty much all in on it. And that could make a real fun video. Of course, I don't want to promise too much because I've been super busy. And if those kittens get delivered or don't, or who knows how much driving back and forth to the vet and just all this kind of stuff, I'm not going to make any hard promises here. But and that's definitely all stuff that I'm thinking about getting done a lot. And it's high on my list. So yeah, so these guys will get their second tissue pit soon. In fact, it might be a fun thing to do while their mom's out today if I have time. Chances are, if I do, it would be after I get back from picking up their mom, not before. But we'll see. I am taking care of myself, Heartseer. Thank you so much for that consideration, but I definitely do. In fact, last night, spending the time with Acro in the spa, of course, I was keeping an eye on him, but it was also a good excuse to lay in the bed and play video games while I was doing that. Of course, he did make it kind of difficult. I don't want to get into too much detail, but let me just say that trying to use the litter box when you've got one leg that's not holding you up quite right can make a real mess. I mean, a real mess. And it seemed like last night I would help him get cleaned up from his mess. I even gave him a bath 4 times. I'd help him get cleaned up, and then I'd clean up anything that he tracked out onto the floor. And then as soon as I was done with that, I'd settle down and I'd just start playing my video game again, and I'd be up cleaning him up again. It was repeated quite a bit. But then by this morning, he seemed like he was doing much better at using the litter box with no trouble. So I'm keeping an eye on it. And I shouldn't say trouble because I don't think it troubled him at all, but boy, was it a mess. Oh. Acro is the ultimate stoic, though. He purrs the whole time. Even when I'm giving him baths, he just purrs and purrs and purrs and snuggles while I'm giving him the bath, and then I'm drying him off with the towel, and he's purring and snuggling and just having a time. I think he really enjoyed all the extra attention, to be honest. I think for him it was just fun. He's like, "This is great." So I think Acro was he was really having a good time with it. These three girls are wild, aren't they? I can hardly keep up with them with the camera. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, DJ and Custard news. Yeah, there's not really much news there except that Custard's doing very well. And there's kind of a funny story there because our friends, the Scooters, tried to send something to DJ weeks ago at her apartment, several weeks ago, and it never showed up. And DJ was looking for it every single day. And we really felt bad that the Scooters had gone out of their way to send something to DJ and she never got it. It makes me feel bad when that happens, like we've done something wrong. And in this case, it turns out that was exactly what had happened. Just was it yesterday or was it the day before yesterday? DJ discovered something new about her apartment building, which is that it has a mail room, and in the mail room, she has a mailbox, and in that mailbox, they put mail, which was news to her. So, to be fair, now they deliver packages at her apartment building right by the front door. There's this big section that's laid out with labels for every person that lives in the building, and that's where all the packages go. So you can understand why she would think that's where everything goes, is right there in the front where it's like another set of mailboxes up front. So she knew about that, and that's where she looked for everything. But then just 2 days ago, she realized that that wasn't it, that there was a whole other room with mailboxes in it where most of the mail goes. And that was a surprise. And then she found the package that the Scooters sent weeks ago. And if they're watching, I should also say thank you that she discovered a package that they just sent with little kittens for Custard in it. Not real kittens, of course, little handmade toy kittens for Custard. And she sent me a whole bunch of pictures of Custard playing with the kittens. And it was really cute. He apparently very much likes them. So I will have to share that with at least everybody on the Discord if it doesn't make it all the way to Twitter. I just haven't had a chance yet. So I don't think I've even mentioned that story to the folks on the Discord yet. But yeah, actually, you say she's been there for months now, Sage, and she has been there for like 2 or 3 months straight now because of so much work to do right now. But this week, I think next, I don't know, no, in a couple weeks. Anyway, right about now is our 1 year of not just our 1 year of having lived in Connecticut, but 1 year of DJ having worked at the hospital and had that apartment. Now, of course, in that year, up until the last couple months, she probably only spent, maybe a week there all put together. But yeah, it's been a year almost. And she's just now found her mailbox. Just imagine what she's going to discover in the next year. just, just imagine. Could be anything. Maybe she'll find the parking lot next. What do you think, Banter? These kids are having so much fun. Oh my gosh. The laundry room, yes. Well, yeah. The laundry room was also a recent discovery, but she's been using it quite a bit since she's been out there the last couple months. Blarney. Okay, well, everybody, thanks for letting me ramble on a little bit and share some stories that were fun for me. It has been a long couple of days for me, so it's nice to take this little break and get to talk to you and share some stuff that's just fun, like the story about DJ there. So thanks for giving me that opportunity. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and thanks for prompting all that on the chat. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking time out to watch the kittens, and some of you to chat with me too. It's fun. So thank you all very much for joining me today. I will be sure to keep you up to date with how everything has gone for Gabby and any updates on Acro, and of course when Bebop delivers her kittens. But in the meantime, you can watch most or all of that on the regular Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. Uh, Bebop for sure will be on the Kitten Academy live stream, and these kittens are on the Kitten Academy live stream. There's a camera right over there in the corner that's being chewed on right now by, by Banter. Banter, what are you doing to that camera? Look, I wrapped it up all nice for her, and now she's got to chew on the corners of it. Um, Anyway, that camera is on the Kitten Academy live stream right now and always, or almost always. So you can tune in and check that out and watch these kids. And there's various other cameras around the room that sometimes are on it. And there's the cameras upstairs with Bebop that are on it. So if you want to keep an eye on Bebop and see when she delivers her kittens, or just watch these kids run around like little crazies, check out the Kitten Academy live stream anytime you want. Meanwhile, I've got to get myself some breakfast and possibly find time to run to the grocery store and get some Diet Coke. We'll see about that. Oh, I mean, generic cola. I'm getting generic cola because they haven't given me that sponsorship deal yet. I've been asking for 4 years now. You'd think eventually somebody over at Coca-Cola, I mean, at Generic Cola Company would, I don't know, figure it out. But it is what it is. So that's all a joke, by the way. I'm not. It's a joke and it's not a joke. I'm joking that they would ever sponsor me. I'm not joking that that's what I'm going to the store for, and fruit. Um, so it is what it is. Anyway, thanks one more time. And we will do another close-up tomorrow. Closed cat, I like that, yes. Right here I am talking about Diet Coke. Meanwhile, Pepsi is just dying to get me as a sponsor. Right. I'm sure that's what's happening. Coca-Cola. Well done, Jimmy. All right. Thanks, everybody. I really got to go. We'll do more of this tomorrow. These kids are so cute, it's hard to stop. Yes, you too. That's banter size taken to a whole new level. Good job, Banter.